Hi, this is Alice. This is Dave Roden. We're about to just get on air.
First ever radio gig to share about Oasis, the Live Large project, and our vision for the young people of Australia. So here we go. Casual, lazy Sunday afternoon chat, yeah?
You can actually listen to this live on www.kc.com, kcradio.com.
Or tune in on 97.7 FM.
Only unfortunately tuned in while you're driving. Otherwise, we have to decide in the southeast suburbs of Melbourne.
Tune in to KC Radio 97.7 FM, your local radio station out here in the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne. It's gone past 5 minutes past 3 o'clock on your lazy Sunday afternoon, and it's with a big, great welcome that I can introduce two fantastic little Melburnians who are on their way for a great self-discovery. Alice Sue and Abe Roda, the two co-founders of Oasis, the Live Large project, and welcome to KC Radio.
Thanks, Kane. Thanks for having
Kane.
us.
Now, obviously, Alice is the girl voice and Abe is the boy voice, but welcome to 97.7. Been enjoying your lazy Sunday afternoon?
We definitely have. I'm very, very excited. We've been quite nervous about this interview and I'm getting butterflies in my tummy actually.
It's only KC Radio, it's not quite the big ones, but look, it is a great pleasure of mine to have you both on my Sunday afternoon times. In Oasis, the Live Large project, people not out here in the southeastern suburbs, we are a big area for youth and definitely a growing community. The Live Large project, guys. Abe or Alice, just explain to our listeners exactly what it is and what you're looking to achieve.
Sure, yeah, well, we've basically put this together. It's a workshop and we'll be going out to schools, universities, community groups, youth groups to really for the purpose of empowering and motivating kids to go after what it is that they want in life. And, it's, I guess one of the reasons we put it together is because sometimes kids, go after what it is that their parents want for them to do or what their teachers are telling them to do or society, friends, the whole works. And we really talk about the kids and get them to entertain ideas about what it is that they would like for themselves in their future, to believe in themselves, to act on it and to go after it.
So I guess being two young people yourselves, Alice is 21, I think 22, and Abe, you're 24, so you've been amongst it and I guess you've grown up and looked at some areas where you can get involved in the youth development?
That's correct. What's unique about our workshops is that, like you said, I'm 20 years old and Abe's 24.
Sorry, Alice, my bad.
No, it's really okay. So it's created by young people for young people. So we've got that great understanding of what's going on in their lives. Like I'm from the western suburbs, not quite the southeast, and Abe is from the southeast. And I guess in the western suburbs, there are a lot of troubled kids with a lot of troubled backgrounds. And it's all about, what we talk about is, choice of living. And we really, highlight that life is all about determination, choice and desire. It doesn't matter who your parents are, what your background is, and where you're born. Choose your destiny.
Have you actually got yourselves into schools yet? Have you actually got any reaction from some of the kids that you've had a chat to?
Yeah, we have. We had our first speech about Alice, it was probably 5 weeks ago, I think now, out in Broadmeadows at a TAFE.
Oh, exciting, yep.
And there was about 65 students there, and we ended up learning a lesson in preparation on how to prepare our speech. We were up all night before and we went into be motivating, so we had to energise ourselves and deliver the goods. But the really good thing that came out of it was that we had students that went out and took action straight away. There was a student that had always wanted to be an air hostess and or a pilot. I think it was a pilot, yeah. And she'd been putting off calling people and didn't have the belief that she could do so. And she went out and took action straight away, which is what we're about, called Qantas. And I think perhaps got an interview with them and also had another guy come up who was struggling with belief in himself, and he came up and spoke to us for about 15 minutes afterwards and was thoroughly grateful about what we shared about. And look, Alice and I's intention is that if we can make a difference to, even just one kid out of the whole audience that we speak to, then, we've done our job. That's what we're there for.
Now, Abe, being 24, I guess, you do have some life experience that shouldn't be ignored, but where did some of your inspirations come from to get this idea going? Because obviously you guys have to be inspired and being motivated, and that's not the easiest thing to do, to try and be positive all the time, especially in this modern age where people try and always take a negative view on life. How do you motivate yourself, and who are some of the people that have inspired you?
Yeah, well, sure. Look, a little bit about my background. I actually flunked flunked out of year 12. I did the whole year and didn't really feel that it was offering me the things or to teach me anything about who I am and what I'm capable of. And I ended up walking out at the end of year 12. I completed it but didn't pass with flying colours.
You're not the only one. I actually went and met my year 12 coordinator. He told me, he sat me down and said, don't focus on university, you're not going to get there, so just have fun. Hopefully the coordinators will change their opinions on kids these days.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I had no intention to go to university either. It didn't appeal to me. And I walked straight out and went into a job. I always said I was never ever going to do a trade, and I walked straight into a plastering job and did that for a couple of years and hated it. And I always questioned, I was spending every cent that I earned on just going out on the weekends and, wasting my money on irrelevant things. And I would always stop and ask myself, what is it that I want to do? And, there's other people out there that are doing exactly what they want. They're happy and fulfilled and financially free and all of that. So I'm like, well, I'm passionate about motivation and about empowering people to go after what they want. So I know that to be able to do that, I have to start living, my dreams myself to be able to empower others to do that. So that's my vehicle that I use to empower and motivate, and that's really what inspires me, yeah.
Industry, seeing so many young people having to deal with financial situations that they're not quite used to. I came out of school and started working in a bank, and I spent 5 years just blowing as much money as I could. I guess you've seen the realities of what happens in the public life and just how important trying to instill some good priorities in the young people can be.
That's correct. And that's why in our workshops, not only do we talk about living to your full potential and also emotional intelligence and mindset for success, but we also encourage financial success at a young age. And we find that and the reason for this is because we seem to, when we finish school or in life, we seem to go on to this rat race or this routine where we're working for money continuously. So the reason why we encourage financial success, not only for ourselves and to aspire to be millionaires, not only to help ourselves but to help others as well, so that we're not continuously chasing money for our whole lives, and I guess limiting ourselves to working every single day just to pay off our own bills and to pay off a mortgage or to take a holiday once a year, because society seems to condition us to go to school and then go to university and study an area where we have to become specialists in, and then start working and work for 40 years, for example, take a holiday once a year, and then once we've taken a holiday once a year, I guess retire at age 65 and
live a good life.
And then in Australian society, it seems to be put down that if someone aspires to be financially well off, that they're looked at upon badly because they're looked at being greedy or just they've got a negative perspective on them. Well, that shouldn't be the case. If, for example, if you're financially well off, you're not only able to help yourself, but you're able to help others and help others, I guess, succeed in their life.
Now I have Abe Rhoda and Alice Sood joining me here, co-founders of Oasis, the Live Large project, and as you can hear, they're really about motivating the young people to take a step in their lives and do something for the better for themselves, and also just make a better life for people around them, I guess. Guys, how do people get involved and how can we find some information out? I guess, is there a website or how can we find out about your motivational speeches?
Yeah, sure. Well, the website is currently being developed as we speak, so it's not quite up yet, so we don't have anything tangible to go to right at the moment. It should be up within the next week or so. We have a Facebook page up in Oasis, the Live Large project, so you can go on and add us there. And as soon as the website's up, we'll be letting everyone know via Facebook and as many means as we can to jump on board and let us know if you're interested in us coming out and speaking, empowering young people.
Now, Alice, last night in the election, to focus on that, there was something big for the youth movement, wasn't there? The youngest ever Australian MP was voted in last night, somewhere in Queensland, I think it was, and his name was Wyatt Roy. He's only 20 years of age. It just goes to show what some young people can really do when they have, a mission in mind.
Exactly right, and that just goes back to what our values are. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is, how old you are. Life is truly about desire, determination, and choice. You know, choose who you want to be and where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. Set those goals, and you'll find that you'll climb mountains and you'll break walls to get there.
Now, guys, can I put you on the spot? I don't mind who answers it, but if you got anything inspirational, you might want to just rattle off here for the KC Radio listeners.
Yeah, certainly. All right, I was just sharing this with a mate last night. Sometimes self-belief can be a barrier for some people going after what it is that they want in life, and I find that I get personally a lot of self-confidence from saying to myself that what other people say about me is none of my business. So, you know, people can say whatever it is that they want about me, yet I will not put any of my attention on that whatsoever, and it gives me a complete peace of mind. Like, I really have nothing to worry about, because if they're going to say something about me, I'll never ever know what it is unless they say it to my face. So, you know, none of my attention goes on that. I don't worry about it whatsoever, and it keeps me in a pretty peaceful, empowered state day in, day out.
Well, Abe and Alice, thank you so much for joining me here on KC Radio. I think this is really something important, and I'm happy that the station will get behind it, because you two can really turn some people's lives around. You're already starting the effect, and it's only in its real progressive stages. This is Oasis, the Live Large project, and Alice Sue and Abe Roder are the co-founders of that. Thank you so much for joining us here on KC Radio, and I'll keep the listeners updated, but I'll probably be giving you guys a call for some more motivational chats.
You're a star. Thanks a lot, Kane. And quick shout out to the Beaconsfield Footy Club and my two mates, Duff and Dave, who are playing finals next week.
Beaky Footy Club?
Yeah, I used to play there, so just a quick shout out. I'm sure they're listening for the finals. They're stars.
No, that's a little bit too close to home, mate, because my dad was the president of the football club at one stage. So, yeah, we do know the Beaky Footy Club pretty well down here. But, guys, thank you so much for joining us here on KC Radio. And if you've got anything in the pipeline that we might want to quickly give a plug to, or just check out the Facebook page, Oasis, the Live Large project.
We're about to do a launch party soon, so we'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully you'll invite us onto the station soon once again, and we'll, post details on that. And I guess you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, as we will be constantly updating on our process and what we're doing and where we're going, and where we're taking others.
It's absolutely fantastic. Thanks, Alice. Thanks, Abe.
Thanks a lot, Kane. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
KC Radio 97.7 FM.